Good evening, everyone. I'm Mike Schultz, and welcome to the Saturday edition of the Fbx Evening News. Well, many people are gearing up this evening to celebrate Easter tomorrow, whether it's putting together a meal, laying out baskets, hiding eggs, or attending Mass. There are a lot of different options here in the interior. Tonight, we highlight one that will happen as the sun rises tomorrow.
The sunrise service has been going on for years, and it's held at 7 a.m. on the Cushman Street Bridge.
This is our 9th year, and what we do is we gather at the bridge here for an Easter sunrise service. And we started with about 50 people. Now we have about 700.
Organizers say that although this event started out small, it is growing and now has literally hundreds. They say the bridge and riverbanks will be packed with people celebrating.
What's good about it is more and more people are coming every year because the experience has been so great for them. It's non-denominational, so all the churches are involved. The Catholic Church is going to ring the bells. Everybody's going to come walking on the bridge. We're going to have a processional, a praise dance come on board. Then it's going to be the choir here from different churches and individuals. We pass out flyers with the songs. We have a warming hut on both ends of the bridge, where we have hot chocolate coffee, fresh hot cross buns.
For volunteers, they say it's all about one thing.
The main thing is many members in one spirit to celebrate the love, the resurrection of Jesus Christ. So special to see the diversity of all the people, all colors. You know, the homeless people are here wanting to hear the good news. And if we can come out and come together as one and separate our division that we have in our hearts and come together with one purpose to celebrate the resurrection of Jesus Christ.
The event is tomorrow morning and open to the public. This is Stephanie Woodard reporting.
Well, the political landscape kicked up a notch today. Senate hopeful Dan Sullivan welcomed supporters to his new campaign office in the Cornerstone Mall. Sullivan, along with his wife, greeted a crowd of all ages with positive promises. He plans on campaigning on the fact that the nation should be looking toward Alaska to produce more gas, more oil, more renewables. He feels that the country is tired of the current Senate not accomplishing and passing bills to help the economy. Sullivan also feels the campaign should focus on a positive and not mudslinging alternative.
So we are running a campaign based on big ideas, based on optimism, based on opportunity and the core conviction that with policies of less government, more freedom, our best days in Alaska and the country are ahead of us, not behind us.
Well, a group backing the measure to legalize the use of marijuana in Alaska challenged opponents this week in Anchorage. Members from the campaign to regulate marijuana, like alcohol, said it will donate $9,000 to its opponents if they can prove pot is more dangerous than alcohol. The group claims some of the people against the measure benefit from the sale of alcohol, and that's hypocrisy. Voters will decide the measure in the August 19th primary ballot. In an earlier interview, a sponsor of the initiative says that there's been a lot of misinformation about marijuana.
Alaskans, just like the rest of the country, can see now that the things that we were told for so many years about how terrible marijuana is, how damaging, are simply not true.
A preliminary National Transportation Safety Board report says a small commercial plane was flying at about 3,400 feet when it crashed near Bethel, killing the two pilots on board. The investigators still don't know what caused the Cessna 208 operated by Hageland Aviation to go down during a training flight. NTSB investigator Clint Johnson says it appears the plane went into a steep dive. Killed in the April 8th crash were 42-year-old Derek Cedars of Bethel and 46-year-old Gregory McGee of Anchorage. No others were on board. The burned wreckage was found near Three Step Mountain. The NTSB also is investigating the November crash of another Hageland Aviation Cessna 208. 4 people were killed and 6 injured in that crash of that commuter flight. Hageland Aviation is part of Raven, Alaska. Well, when we come back, the Downtown Association of Fairbanks is doing something special with the storm drains. And also, folks will be flocking to the Community Museum this week to speak, well, not to speak, but to read Shakespeare. We'll tell you all about those stories and more when we come back after these words. Welcome back to our newscast. The Downtown Association of Fairbanks says the time is running out for artists looking to paint storm drains along downtown areas. The association is inviting local artists to submit designs that could end up on stormwater drains along Cushman Street. 15 designs will be picked for the authoring artists to actually work on during the month of July. It is hoped that the storm drains will contribute to raising public awareness that the storm drains eventually lead into the Chena River. Designers are encouraged to apply online at downtownfairbanks.com. There is a $10 submission fee, and all proposals must be received by May 1st.
Is going to clean off a section of concrete, and then the artists are going to start painting onto it. And of course, while they're painting, we're talking about sidewalk, we're talking about roadway, so they're going to cordon them off a bit so that while they paint, people can actually see what's going on and see what they're doing, and it'd be more of a hands-on interactive experience like it was with Paint the Pipes, where people could actually see the paint, see the pipes being painted, and we're almost part of the effort.
The Downtown Association of Fairbanks recommended leaving the kids at home and donning a rabbit costume during their second annual BunnyCon event. The BunnyCon Pub Crawl is back this year in Fairbanks, featuring new and old businesses on the party circuit. Another new addition to BunnyCon is a party bus that will shuttle participating bunnies to the next bar. The event kicks off at the Hoodoo Brewery tomorrow at 6 p.m. The last stop for the party bus will be at the Blue Loon later in the night. Communications Coordinator Jeremiah Schrock says that anyone can join in at any time during the event.
They can join whenever they want. They can join at the kickoff, they can join halfway through, they can join at the end. That's what's really fun about this, is you can just hook up with some friends and hang out regardless of what time of night it is.
For 15 years now, the Fairbanks Shakespeare Theater has done something that no other group like it has done at this time of the year. That is to read compositions by Shakespeare continuously for 7 days. We have more for you in this story. We hope thou is entertained. To be or not to be? That is the question. Actually, the only question is how many new readers will participate this year in the Fairbanks Shakespeare Theater's Bardathon at the Community Museum downtown. This year's event will mark the 15th year for this one-of-a-kind happening.
It's a great way for people to get introduced to Shakespeare. A lot of people learn about him in a classroom, and that's just reading on the page by yourself. And it's really hard, even for someone who's really experienced and who loves Shakespeare, to get through a play by yourself reading it. It was meant to be spoken and heard. So this is a great way to get introduced to Shakespeare. And if you love Shakespeare already, it's just a lot of fun. You get to hear the plays the way they were meant to be presented, and it just brings them to life. And you know, it's just such a great learning experience. And we welcome all levels of readers, and you know, if it's your first time with Shakespeare, that's great. If you've been, we have one woman who's coming back this year. She used to live in Fairbanks, but she's completing an item on her bucket list. It was to read all of Shakespeare's plays. So she has 2 left, and she'll be here to read those with us.
If you can't make it to the event, you can hear the readings thanks to modern technology.
It's streamed over the internet, so if you go to our website, you can click on, and at any time of the day you can listen to what's being read. It's a great way to get a feel for, you know, if you're not sure if you want to come or not. You can listen in and you'll hear, you know, first-time readers, and you'll hear great actors, and it'll give you an idea of what's going on at the museum here, and you can just get a feel for it that way. It's also a great way to just listen to a play when you're at home.
And a reminder, if you want to attend or be a reader, use the 5th Street entrance into the museum. Parting is such sweet sorrow. But that's it for this story. Mike Schultz reporting. Well, Michael Ives is up next with sports. He has highlights from last night's Ice Dog hockey playoff game. Also, high school runners take the field, and the Nanooks sign a runner of their own. Stay with us for sports after the break.
Welcome back, Alaska. Michael Ives here with your Saturday sports. Well, it's sunny and warming outside, which is huge for interior spring sports. But we'll start off indoors at the Big Dipper Ice Arena. It was Game 1 of the NAHL Midwest Division Finals at the Dipper last night. And with the rival Wenatchee Wild in town, the Ice Dogs would look to control home ice with the support of a packed house behind them. Now, the best team in the NAHL all season long takes the ice. But it would be the Wild pulling off the shocker here in Game 1. It was a goalie duel early on as Fairbanks' Kevin Aldridge and Wenatchee's Chase Perry would trade stops. Back and forth they go. The Ice Dogs would even get 4 power play tries in that first period, but stout defense and stellar goalkeeping shut down the Fairbanks attack. Wild forward Jacob Algren would finally find the net, beating Aldridge with minutes left in the first for a 1-0 Wenatchee lead. The Ice Dogs would go on to have 7 power plays, and each one of those is shut down. The Wild would score again in the third period as Parker Tomei makes it 2-0 road team. They would add an empty net goal and a final stab to the Pride with goals in the final minutes for a 4-0 shutout win. The Wild defense was laying out and blocking shots to help Perry in net all night. And while the Ice Dogs didn't lack opportunities, the frustration was evident as the Wild continue a nasty defensive streak. Including their Game 5 win in their previous series, the Wild have played now over 130 minutes straight of shutout hockey. Fairbanks must find ways to score in what is now an all-important Game 2 later tonight.
We just wanted to get our feet moving and establish a good forecheck. Thought we did a great job shutting their offense down. I think we were playing aggressive D. We were always all over them. We didn't let anything happen. You know, our forwards, we collapsed them. That really helped us to get the win tonight.
They're the big favorite. I mean, they're league champions, and so I think anytime you try to put a little bit of doubt, and I'm not sure if we put any doubt in their head, but maybe we got a little more respect for them, maybe. But I'm guessing we'll see their A game tomorrow night.
Now from disappointment on the ice to sunshine on the racetrack. The prep track and field season is rolling along, and the athletes pounded the ground out at North Pole High School earlier today. While last weekend's mini A meet for high school track and field had to be canceled due to weather, the 50-plus degree temperatures today filled the track for multiple events. The short season for track really heats up in the coming weeks as athletes from the interior schools are already down to just 3 more meets before regionals kick off in mid-May at West Valley. Next weekend's meet will be held Friday and Saturday at Lathrop High School and should feature a majority of the events and disciplines as the fields all dry up. From distance running, sprinting, to the hurdles, track and field athletes are finally getting to burn it out on your local surfaces. And now here's a former high school runner who'll be making a jump in competition. The Alaska Nanook cross country team and coach Scott Jerome has announced that the team has added another runner for the upcoming race season. After leaving Tahoma High School in Washington with a slew of awards, Cheyenne Greenside will be an Alaska Nanook cross country freshman. She joins fellow signees Chandra Smith of Idaho and Grace Weller from Petersburg, Alaska. Greenside was an All-Puget Sound League North first-teamer and helped her team win the 4A state title in 2011. She will major in natural resource management while running for your Nanooks. And now to another spring sport that's well underway, high school soccer. And the Lathrop Malamute girls are off like a rocket. Coming off a 2-0 win over Colony on Thursday night, the Malamutes strike again, beating the Wasilla Warriors 4-0 last night on the road in Wasilla. Carly Fitzgerald continues to dominate. She scores 2 goals in the win last night. Alexis Shipman and Savannah Garrett were the other goal scorers for Lathrop. And Michaela Triplehorn has been a complete brick wall as she has now registered back-to-back shutouts on this road trip. The Lathrop boys, however, lost to Wasilla 0-3 after falling to Colony 0-6 on Thursday night. Now, both of these teams are back in action today, taking on the Palmer Moose before returning for some interior soccer here in Fairbanks. And as we get ready for baseball season, which is really right around the corner here in the interior, I've got a quick clip of something we most likely won't see at Groudon Memorial Park this summer, even with Scooter Bynum out there bashing it. We'll head to Pittsburgh, where the Pittsburgh Pirates were facing the Milwaukee Brewers when Brew Crew hitter Martin Maldonado rips a line drive towards third, but it's got some zig with its zag. You see, on the throw to first base, the ball has completely come apart. Maldonado literally knocked the cover off the ball. Weird play, but Maldonado is officially safe at first. Okay, so now I think I'm ready for some baseball action. Let's see if the Gold Panthers can do some equal damage here in town this summer. And that's all the time we have for sports tonight. Also, don't forget about roller derby at the Carlson Center and Game 2 of the NAHL Midwest Finals at the Big Dipper, both tonight. As always, for more KTVF sports, you can log on to Twitter, YouTube, webcenter11.com, or download our mobile app. Keep on keeping on, Alaska. Stick with us for Mike Schultz and your full weather forecast that's coming up next. Have a great weekend.
Welcome back to our newscast, everyone. What a great day today, Mike. It was just gorgeous out there.
It was really nice. I went out to North Pole, as you saw, out on that track and field there, and the track itself, nice and dry.
Right.
The infield, still full of snow.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a little while still before we get all the fun stuff, the dirt pit, the sand pit games, the long jumps going on. But at least the track is nice and the sun is shining.
I will tell you this, I drove my driveway last night and I saw green grass.
Green grass?
Green grass, yes.
Oh, it came out from under the snow? Green?
It's green.
Wow.
How about that?
Awesome. Good
Amazing.
stuff.
That holds good fortune for my grass this year, maybe
For
going
sure.
back to the way it should be.
That's right.
Let's take a look at the weather right now and see what's going on as far as numbers go. Here's your almanac for this time of year. Normal high 47, today's high 54. The normal low is 24, last night's low 29. The record high 66, that was in 2010. Record low 7 below in 1959. Your sunrise and sunset, as the sun rises just before 6 o'clock a.m., will be 15 hours and 48 minutes, a gain of 7 minutes from yesterday. What's going on as far as the state is concerned on the radar and satellite? Most of the energy once again staying way down to the south in the Gulf of Alaska because high pressure is really dominating the weather scene, and this pattern is expected to continue right on through most of next week. I'll tell you more about that in just a little bit. What's going on across the rest of the state? Well, clouds are across the southeastern sections, a few showers around Kodiak Island. Still some rain and snow activity around the Cold Bay area, only 42 degrees there, but 52 degrees at Bethel, and Nome, not too bad, 45. A little chilly at Barrow, 10 degrees there, and Fort Yukon right around the 40-degree mark. Lower 48 weather tonight, well, we have a little bit to talk about. In fact, you can see we have thunderstorms rumbling across Texas. I'll show you why in just a little bit. And you can see otherwise mainly partly cloudy to cloudy skies elsewhere. On the satellite and radar, look at the storms gathering strength across New Mexico and West Texas. That means there's probably going to be some severe weather breaking out there. We'll have to keep an eye on that. And as far as the jet stream is concerned, that's going to help to aid the development of all severe weather across the western half of Texas into Oklahoma, New Mexico, all that for tomorrow. So it's going to be kind of a rough day across most of Texas tomorrow with a lot of humidity around San Antonio. Elsewhere, the early next week overall outlook is calling for very pleasant weather over much of the country for the western half and the deep south, some scattered thunderstorm activity, and warmer temperatures over the deep southeastern sections with sunshine over the northeast. Well, back to Alaska for tomorrow. The northern sections, a few showers for Barrow, partly cloudy skies at Nome, and isolated showers in Fort Yukon. Here in the interior, couldn't ask for better weather. Becoming sunny by afternoon for Fairbanks, Healy, and Delta Junction. Just a beautiful Easter Sunday. While over southeast Alaska, just the opposite. Scattered showers for Juneau and periods of rain for the Ketchikan area. Out to the southwest, a mixed bag of weather also there. Mixed showers for Cold Bay and Kodiak and scattered showers for Bethel. Well, if you're heading on down the Anchorage Bowl to enjoy your Easter down there, partly cloudy skies expected in Anchorage and Homer with some scattered showers in the Valdez area. And once again, we're looking at our forecast for tonight. Partly cloudy, another very mild evening, 29 degrees for the overnight low. And look at the extended forecast. First of all, the forecast for tomorrow is the Easter Bunny comes pumping his head up and down. 55 degrees, a beautiful Easter Sunday with lots of sunshine. And even a better forecast for the 5-day period, 55 to 56 degrees every day, right on through Thursday. And overnight lows around 30 degrees. That could not be a better forecast. This just looks great.
Looks outstanding.
Yeah.
Easter tomorrow, it's nice and sunny, and there's playoff sports going on too. I get to wake up and watch the NBA.
Everything going on.
It's going to be great.
And speaking of things that are going on, we talked about BunnyCon earlier.
Yes.
We want to clarify that is happening tonight, not tomorrow night, not during Easter Sunday, I don't think.
Correct.
It'll be happening tonight, so get out there and have a good time and just enjoy yourself and be safe, whatever you do.
Absolutely. Looking forward to it. It's a great day for family time tomorrow.
It is a great day.
Looking forward to that.
And that will do it for our newscast for this Saturday. We hope you enjoy your weekend. And from Mike and I and all the folks here at the KTVF, have a wonderful Easter. We'll see you back here again Monday.